July 24th, 2019. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, go back. No. We're going to transport to an actual business and not a military base. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for showing up. My name is Bo Corna. I'm in corporate relations, and I've gotten together a presentation to go along with my letter report on business culture to help President Yi on her trip upcoming here in the next few weeks. Slide, please. We're trying to establish some international business with our company. This trip will be vital for that. So we're going to cover a few topics: general information of Japan, greetings, business cards, meetings, and things to avoid. Let's get started with the basics. Japan is known as the land of the rising sun. Date back to 660 BC. Very old, steep tradition and culture. It's a chain of islands, an archipelago in the Northwest Pacific, not far off the Korean peninsula. There are 47 territories, and the capital city is known as Tokyo. Feudalism, imperial empire, and the current government is a constitutional monarchy. The climate is a temperate climate, and they do experience the 4 seasons that we do here in Ohio as well. So be prepared for winter, spring, summer, and fall. Slide, please. When you first get there will be traditional greetings upon your introduction. It is traditional to bow, but you need to read the situation and the reactions. Some Japanese businessmen and women are used to Europeans and will offer you a handshake. So do not rush up to them. Feel out the situation. If they offer a handshake, that's fine. If not, present a bow. If not, they might present a bow before you get the opportunity. Just mimic their movements and be respectful. And things will go just fine. Just don't be nervous during the greeting. Next slide. During the greetings, you might see a mishi or a business card. Business cards are very serious in Japanese business culture, and they're taken with much more respect than they are here in America. First thing you need to pay attention to is the carrying case. Make sure the carrying case is ideal and professional, because that represents the cards that are inside it as well. So make sure your card is good design and it's not lackadaisical. You want a good business card that's bilingual on both sides, matching font and designs. Upon giving a business card to someone, you will grasp the top corners and they will receive it with 2 hands as well. Top corners, 2 fingers. Don't obstruct any designs or font. Never bend, fold, or play with a meshi, because they symbolize that as the respect you have for the company or the person involved with the business card. So it's very disrespectful to fidget or play with it. So when you are handed it, set it on the table, commence with your business or your greeting, and wait till things have wrapped up before you place it in your pocket. Next slide, please. Now, the bread and butter, meetings. Face-to-face meetings are very important and key in Japanese business culture. The more you can get done, the more chances you have as a successful impact with your company and business you're trying to do there. As a common courtesy in Japanese culture, phone an hour or 2 ahead to make sure that the meeting is still planned to take place and that the members that are expected to be there will be there. Deliver all presentations in Japanese. Respect them, respect their culture. During presentations, if there is an important detail, make sure it has a bullet point. If it's not a bullet point, then they will not take a talking point as important as bullet points. Always take an interpreter, so that the message is clearly stated throughout the room and no individual has any questions. When you come into the room, make sure before sitting at the conference table, you watch where they seat and you sit in your assigned seat. They have an old custom that dates back to the samurai days of who sits at what side of the table, and be aware of that when the meeting takes place. Slide, please. Things to avoid. Do not wear too much perfume. Do not blow your nose in public view. It's disrespectful because they don't give sick days, so they try to hide any signs of being sick. It's just an old way that still carries on today. Do not touch or pat anyone's shoulder or arm. It's disrespectful. Do not talk about religion or politics, and do not engage in small talk about the individual's family or personal life. Next slide, please. Some final thoughts would be always smile, be pleasant, and show a willingness to learn. The showing that you're trying and that you have some knowledge of their customs and culture is greatly appreciated and goes very long ways in bridging the cultural gap and establishing connections. Unfortunately, women are not as progressively moving forward in executive Japanese business culture, so in future meetings we might have to send a male in order to get our points across and establish more face-to-face meetings. If we do need to establish an office in Japan, make sure we do it before the 2020 Olympics, because it's going to be cheaper before the Olympics than it is after the Olympics. It's a very good time to get into the Japanese business market, and there is great potential for success, so this should be a good business trip. So to overview, we got basics, how to greet people, how to exchange business cards, how to conduct yourself at a meeting, what things to avoid, and we wish you best of luck and hope you have a great trip over there, Ms. Gee.